Hey, what's
We
up, y'all? This is
recording,
episode
y'all.
68, People's Podcast. We're talking about a male's role in a relationship. And this is part of a two-part episode. We're gonna talk about females next week. But anybody want to start it off? Well, for one, I'm gonna ask the females on the panel. What's your expectations within boundaries? I mean, y'all seem reasonable. What's your expectations of a male in a relationship?
Oh shit! I'm the wrong one about this, buddy.
Well, no, it's an opinion. I had this discussion with somebody else earlier.
So
It's still an opinion.
my expectations
Yeah,
of a man.
yeah,
That's the question, correct?
yeah.
All right. So my expectation is to not make me look dumb. If you feeling me, let me know. And just stay with that. Like, let me vibe with you. And if we vibing together, don't make me out here looking dumb. Because if I'm doing what I'm supposed to as a woman, and we connect as a, as two, as a couple,
Hmm.
I don't expect him to do nothing more. Now I do expect let's say we got together and we done been together for a minute. Take the trash out to, just do something.
So, like,
Not
meet
saying
you halfway.
I can't do that.
Meet you halfway is what you're saying?
Yeah, just meet me
Yeah,
halfway.
I would like that too. I second
I'm
that.
not saying like he gotta pay all the bills because if that motherfucker ain't there, shit, I gotta pay my own bills.
I don't want no man to pay all our bills
No,
because
that's
I don't
what
want
I'm
nobody
saying.
to try to take everything from. That's the thing.
Correct.
And
No,
that's
I
a good
want
point.
this shit to be. I
I'm
want
got
this shit to
mine.
be.
That's a good point
I mean,
because helping somebody in that sense, I'm sorry, y'all, but and helping somebody in that sense can disable them. So that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
what I'm
every.
saying. Like, I don't need you
Yeah.
to do all of this for me. I just want
If I
the
cook, wash the dishes.
companionship. Something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that.
But that should be a universal rule there. If somebody cook,
That's
the other one gonna clean.
that's what we're
well,
saying.
that's
Okay,
it.
so
I mean,
as a man,
I don't
you
have
can say
any
that for a
unrealistic
woman.
expectations. I don't.
That's why I said, like, y'all seem reasonable.
I just want somebody who's loyal. I want
That-
somebody
Yeah.
who's gonna come home. I want somebody who wanna entertain me so I can entertain them. And we have we can be silly, we can laugh, we can love, we can cry. I don't give a fuck. I just want somebody who's an individual. They don't have to be the same person as me, but I want somebody who can vibe with me. And at the end of the day, and it don't be I'm not gay or anything, but let's say hypothetically in the future, you know what I'm saying? It could be whatever. I just want somebody who want to vibe with me and love me for who I am. Don't sit up there and talk shit and come and tell me I ain't shit because I don't do this and this and that. No, help me build myself and build yourself while we're doing this. If
I
that's
know
okay.
I'm not selling myself short no more. That's for damn sure.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
You can't tell me what I ain't.
So what I'm grasping is that should be wanted on both sides, honestly.
Exactly.
I'm matching whatever energy they give me is what I'm matching from now on.
Hey,
I'm
but
not-
I can't do that.
and see another thing too.
As long as I'm getting it. So
and
I'm just
don't-
saying, if you're shitty, you're gonna get shitty.
don't
But see, I can't do that.
Yeah, well,
And
I
the
can't.
reason being is because I can
You
understand
have
like
to-
there's an argument
Don't
here
be-
or there, but I can't sit up there and match somebody's energy because I'm not that type of person to want to be in a shitty mood all the motherfucking time. I ain't got time for that.
And y'all got to remember, man, everybody falls short in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion. You got to understand that. And then it's all about understanding too. You know what I'm saying? The patch up, it's like a chain link. You got to patch up in parts where it needs to be patched up, but it has to work both
Oh
ways.
yeah,
like
you
that.
can fix some stuff, but if some stuff needs
Right.
straight up, fix the flat, a rubber band, a band-aid, motherfucking.
I love
But-
her.
But remember,
All
everything you
that
just
shit
named
is
is
not-
a temporary fix. Everything you just named is temporary.
Yeah, so some of that, and then I don't want necessarily have to fix some damn body.
That's
No,
what
no,
I'm
you
saying. I
don't.
can't match that person's energy all the time.
No,
I need
and-
somebody who
But
can sit up
if
there
it's-
and if they can't match my energy, they can
Then
step
I'm not
aside
doing-
and we can
that's-
do this together.
I'm just not dealing with bullshit, I guess I could say. So
No, I could say that. Yeah.
if they
Hell
being
yeah,
good and it's a good vibe and it's all that, then they gonna get nothing but the best from me. And I'm gonna be the
Amen.
happiest. But if somebody is like a draining type person, I'm not even gonna deal with it.
Okay, so what do y'all say about other females, unlike y'all, that will take, and not give?
That's their asses. You can only help. You can only help somebody who want to help themselves, and that goes for men as well.
True. Okay.
No offense, I don't mean to say it like so rude and roughly like that, but at the end of the day, I've been there, and the thing is, you can only help somebody both ways that only want to help themselves. So
Yeah, and then, I mean, somebody
obviously,
gotta come. I can have the foundation, but somebody gotta bring something to this fucking table to make it. Because if it's
but you
gonna
can't
be
keep bringing the same shit to me.
right, if I'm gonna not be where the same place where I'm at, then I'm gonna just do it by my damn self and not be in
Amen.
nowhere. So if it's nothing that's gonna take me out of what the fuck I'm doing now, then I don't even think I can waste my time.
Okay.
Amen.
I have another question as well for y'all. Y'all listening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we listen.
If some, I knew this was coming. Look, somebody that actually wants to take you out of. Well, I'm gonna say this to say what else I'm saying. You have to move out of your comfort zone to gain progress.
Oh, damn.
Done that.
You understand
I
that?
have not. Yeah, I don't even know if I have a comfort zone. Like I don't really have healthy relationships to compare things to. I
Well,
have
no,
things
you
that are in my
yes,
definitely
you
can
do.
agree
You
with
do.
that.
It starts with you
that
within
I
yourself.
could say would be what I would want, and I know some shit I don't want.
Well, realistically, you have you, and you'll. If you're gonna work on anything, it starts with yourself. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Okay, so that's the basis you can actually use. I mean, like they say, there's somebody out there for everybody.
but see, like now
Is
I've
somebody at the
grown.
airport?
No, that's
I've grown where
Cam.
I'm in
I can have to
Pontiac.
ask myself. I'm independent, but sometimes I have to say, am I too motherfucking independent?
No, you can't say that. No, because you're doing for yourself. If you have nobody for you, there's nobody to tell you or take anything else from you. It is okay to be independent. Now, if you want to skip there and say, "Am I not you can't even say you're not enough. You're
I
always
don't
enough.
even know if I would
I'm
let
sorry, like
somebody.
yeah, I don't even. Sorry to say this, I don't. You know,
That's a good ass
you're
point.
always enough. You're always gonna.
Oh, I
If
know,
they're
but
not up
I'm
to
just
your,
saying. I just don't know if I would let somebody be
you
that.
will
Like if
never
somebody
let
tried
somebody.
And
to
see,
like.
and that could be blocking your blessings too as well in a sense.
That's
Amen.
Life
I
doesn't.
agree.
I think I'm doing that. You know, because I don't even people talk to me and that I'll be like, like to me, I just think if a relationship or something is going to happen with me, it's going to happen regardless. With my little walls and my little spackle and my bricks and everything I built up, it's going to happen. It's going to break through if that's what it's meant to be. But I also am not going to put myself out here and believe every motherfucking thing these motherfuckers be out here telling me.
Amen.
And I'm like, I'm from the show me state, but then I won't even let nobody show me. I'll be like, yeah, full of shit. I don't even give nobody a chance. So that's why I be saying, am I too motherfucking independent? Am I too motherfucking in my own?
There's never too much independent. I'm gonna tell you that. You can never say that. All you can say is you just doing you, and some people just ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's in a lot
you,
of situations.
and it's okay for that. But
And
are
then I
you
got a
willing to
big ass.
deal with that people ain't on your level?
I got a big ass list of turnoffs too. That's just immediate. But it's
Yeah,
like I
but are
don't want to
you
let my
willing to deal with
standards
people that
down.
ain't on your level? That's what I'm
Yeah,
asking you.
yeah. No, I'm not. Ain't nobody.
So that's the thing, though. I'm not saying like you can't be independent or you're too independent. It's either independent or you're not. You're
I am.
self-sufficient or you're not.
I
So you're
am.
very self-sufficient, correct? So my thing is, are you willing to not lower your standards, but take in consideration everybody ain't up to your standards?
And I don't mind helping somebody get there as long as they try. One thing I'm
Okay, I
not
can
gonna
do
do.
that. Amen.
Yeah, I'm not
So,
gonna take care of no man.
Hey,
I'm not gonna.
man,
hey. Can I interject something real quick?
I'm sorry,
Sure.
go for it.
Yeah, because I don't want this to get out of bounds or anything or out of range. But what if that person would do the same for you?
They
Make
supposed
you
to push
better as
me.
an individual?
They'll push me.
They'll push you in this and that. But okay, say if you were sick or something and were down and
Oh,
everything, and
that's
they
a
stepped up.
different. Sick is the different thing.
Well,
Sick
sick
is a
or
different.
down or shit happens though in life though. I'm just saying.
Okay, but if shit, all right, how long is shit happening?
No,
Because
it's
one thing,
it
even
won't
if
rain.
you're not providing, I still need you to be able to provide for you. Because one thing I'm not gonna do is take care of no grown ass man. You gotta at least be able to motherfucking do for you. I don't know. Like
The thing about it is the man's supposed to be the primary breadwinner in the relationship, so shouldn't no woman be taking care of no grown ass man to begin with?
But this day and age, that's what these motherfuckers be on.
That's what
They
they
want it.
expect out of women, though.
They try
Like
to take,
to-
yeah.
If I get sick or something,
Dang men, if
or
they
something
getting
is gonna happen with
expecting the
me,
women
like
to take care of them.
If somebody is my partner and they got sick or something, I'm gonna hold them down. They ain't got to worry about
that's
it.
what I'm
but
saying.
that's a
Like,
whole
I mean,
different
shit
subject.
happens. Shit happens though. I mean, I hope
But that's a
1,000%.
that's a whole different scenario.
If I
just
just
sick in
feel
the
someone, I have someone I can count on. That's it could be $2.90, and it could be 50. It could be if I have somebody who can count on, then they could count on me. But if I cannot count on you in the same way you need to count on me, then we just not gonna count together.
And that's just what it is. That's simple as that. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. But
My woman better not go in
your
her
partner
pocket for
should be
nothing.
your investment as well.
I don't know if I can invest in a whole ass man. Like to a point, I can.
I mean, it depends on an investment doesn't necessarily mean nothing physical. Like
I
currency
can
or
try
anything
to.
like that.
I could be.
It
I
could be
could be.
time.
It don't have to be anything financial either.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
And that's what.
That's
But
what I'm
see,
saying.
investing sometimes like time too. Time is mother.
Okay,
Like
so
I don't know if
I'll be
I want.
honest. So I'll be honest. I came from money. My man didn't, but he's the breadwinner. He is the sole care. I guess whatever you want to put it. We ain't married. We ain't none of that. But there's been a time where he was sick or couldn't go to work because something happened and he like broke his hand or whatever the case was. I had to take on that slack.
Well,
And then when my car accident happened, it just was what it was. But my thing is,
You got to think, Joe, but like y'all wasn't as deep as into it as y'all are now when you was in that accident.
no, but we wasn't even on that level at all either. If you think about it,
Well,
if you think about it, we were just friends. If you really want to put it like that.
so
We didn't grew to love each other. But I'm saying, like, I didn't put my time and he didn't put his time in or his whatever you want to put it in as well. You understand?
And that's a given. That's the way it should be, honestly.
I'm just saying, I think it takes a type of growth. You know what I'm saying? Something to push. Sometimes it just might take that for y'all to just have to hold on to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to put it like everybody's gonna have that.
But you're exactly right. It's mutual. It has to be mutual. And you know, when you know, you know.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know how we make this long. I'm be honest.
There's got to be some type of connection there for y'all to be there.
Y'all gonna be gray haired and everything. I knew this years ago.
You said what?
Y'all gonna grow old and gray together. I knew this. I knew that.
I'm surprised he still ain't there yet, but I'm just saying, like,
you
gotta take the ins and the outs.
say-
So sometimes you don't have to take. It's not even the man that has to do manly duties. Sometimes a woman might have to step up and do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it takes both. It's not just a man's part or a woman's part. I think it takes equal individuals to come together and see what we're willing to accept, what we're willing to do, and what we're able to just come together and be one. And if y'all can't do that, then why are we together? Like, y'all
I
gonna
agree
argue
with that
regardless.
to a point.
Understood to a certain extent.
But y'all gonna argue regardless, period.
Everybody argues, disagrees, and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody gonna
But
argue.
I feel like there are things in the relationship that are like specific gender role. Like, just right. How about yours? Ain't no way in the world my woman better not even thinking about grabbing the trash to take it out.
That's the only thing that I would not do. I would not take trash out.
And
Everything
I
don't
don't
else
do it
though
either. I
is
make my suds.
I'm not gonna lie. Less roles I have to do. That's one thing. That's me.
no,
So,
like
All
I'll
right,
be
so
honest. Like
I was watching this
I don't take
TikTok
out
today,
that.
right?
hey, hold on. Go ahead, Rick.
I was watching this TikTok today, and this shit was about gender roles. So this woman was trying to teach her daughter the role of what a man is. You know, a man's supposed to protect, a man's supposed to provide. You know, those are the first two basic rules of being a man. Now, the little girl is arguing with the little boy, and she called the little boy dad a bitch because his dad stay at home and don't work, and the mom go to work. So the thing
You're
about the
both.
shit is, it is crazy. I mean, well, you don't know the dynamics of their situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So just
right.
because
Yeah, that
he don't work, don't make him less of a man. I mean, in most men's eyes, if I were to say the dudes on this panel would probably agree with me, you know what I mean? Be like, well, shit, he ain't no man to me. He ain't getting up off his ass and taking his ass to work every day to provide for his family.
It got to
But
be a
once
hella fine
again,
circumstance, though.
That's how I
that's
feel.
what I'm saying. Once again, we don't know the dynamics of that relationship. But I find it funny that women always want to say what's cool and not cool for gender roles, or what should be allowed and not be allowed. And they should be allowed, they want to be allowed to not be under that role, but they won't accept that shit out of a man. That don't make sense to me.
And
So can I
and
tell
we
you
was
this?
talking about that before you chimed in too. Yep.
So I actually have a cousin who is literally so their thing was the pandemic happened, whatever, blah blah. But what ended up happening was during the pandemic, he was working at a sugar plant and the sugar plant caught on fire. So of course he got laid off and blah blah blah. Whatever. Now he has not minded taking on being the stay home dad. You know what I'm saying? And she has not mind taking on being the breadwinner. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're gonna be a stay-home dad, you better make sure these kids getting on. I mean, like now, let's say hypothetically, or like even the online schooling. You better make sure these kids are doing their schooling, making sure they're doing this, making sure they're washing their asses. Because if I have to leave and go to work, then you should be doing this other stuff, correct?
Yeah, I
At the
think
same
so.
time, though, even if I get up, I still have those same duties.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
mean, pretty
saying.
much if
Yeah, I
you
still
think
got those
about
But
same
it,
depending
duties.
on the schedules, because he was working nights, she was working morning.
Right.
Do you
right. So it's
understand what I'm
certain
saying?
shit that he got to do when he home during the day while she going at work.
Correct.
And vice
Absolutely,
versa.
absolutely. Yeah.
That's
And then you know
common
what?
sense,
He
though.
would come home. I mean, after all that, she would come home and nothing was done. And y'all tell me if that was okay.
That's not okay.
That shit.
No.
I'm gonna tell you like this, because the situation I was in. See this picture right here. This is my oldest son. When I was with his mother, I had to go to work anywhere between 9 to 12 hours, then come home, cook for everybody, plus clean the house. This bitch literally did nothing. You know what
That
I'm
don't
saying?
even sound like
I
you.
had it.
What the hell?
Exactly.
Yes,
I'm doing
You
that
know what I'm
now.
saying? Like that shit used to piss me the
man,
fuck
that ain't
off,
you.
man.
That
That
ain't
shit
you.
really
Sorry.
used to piss me the fuck off, because the last thing I want to do is motherfucking clean up the whole house, especially if I don't work the fucking 12-hour shift. I was
Yeah,
doing
that's not
construction
right.
work
That
at the
shit should
time.
be shining
But
when you come to the door.
it's people
thought
like
about
that.
it.
I mean, it's different strokes for different folks. But here go the thing about that shit is like most women nowadays, even if y'all don't want to call yourself feminists, y'all feminists. But the level of feminism today of what it was when it started is something totally different. You know
I
what
agree.
I mean?
Well, I don't know. I was raised more as I don't know.
I was raised by a woman, independent woman.
I was raised by men. So I don't know like what you mean by that, because it's different strokes for folks and everybody ain't got the same story. Because I definitely was raised by men on the east side, and I don't know what you mean by that. Cause I wasn't raised by my mom.
Or a clear picture is you have both
You ain't
parents in
gotta
the
be.
house.
You ain't gotta be raised by your mom in order for you to think the
To
way you
feel
think
what?
and act the way you act. You know what I'm saying? Like
What
I
do
was
you
just
mean?
before
Because
I
my
even be
father
okay.
is
If you
the
would let me
one.
talk, you just asked me to explain. Now you cut me off. Now before I
I
even
wasn't even
got
done
on here
talking,
and
but
said,
go for it.
before I even said anything, I was sitting here listening to y'all. You know, it's good. I never said there's nothing wrong with being independent. You should be a strong woman. This, that, and the third. Then you talking about lowering standards, or you shouldn't have to lower standards and all that. Like once again, you already putting yourself in a box of saying what you want because you already, this is how a man should be, this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. Now, if you grew up around real men, then you have some idea of, as a woman, how you would want your man to be, correct?
Yeah.
And what they say the
Amen.
same thing about guys too. Like guys, how they go for their mother or somebody like a mother figure. That's what
Yeah,
they go
that's
after.
the old saying is, it's usually if you was raised in a two-parent household, if you're a boy, you would go after a woman that reminds you of your mother. If you was a woman, you would go after a man that's going to remind you of your
Of
father,
your dad.
because
Correct.
they set the example or the tone of what those gender roles are supposed to be. You know
Right.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's just absolute truth. Okay. So
But
it shouldn't be a disconnect because I can say this for I'm pretty sure the whole panel that that's absolutely correct.
right. And there's nothing wrong with having standards, and you should have standards. And to be perfectly honest with you, you shouldn't lower your standards. But here go the thing about your standards. If your standards is higher than who you is as a person, you probably should lower them, because you can't expect to give, or you can't expect to get when you ain't giving. You know what I'm saying? If
Say
you
that
can't
part
put out the
again.
same.
Say that part
Amen. Say
again,
that
sir.
again. Say
Right.
that
Say it
shit
again, sir.
again.
You can't expect to get what you're not able to give. It just boils down
Amen.
to that. Like a man will be like, I want my woman to do this, that, and the third. But okay, as a man, can you provide shelter for this woman? Can you make sure that all of these bills is paid so she can actually be at home properly, taking care of the kids, this, that, and the third? If y'all want that old-fashioned relationship, you might
Right.
want. Some dudes might be like, shit, man, that's too much free time on that broad hands. I prefer for my woman to be working. That way, you know, I don't mind this devil's playground type of situation.
Yeah, but it sounds like insecurity too.
Yeah, it do. But I mean, we all got them, especially
I
we all
wouldn't
got
even mind
insecurity.
working if like dude was in school or something. If somebody's doing something to better themselves in some way, I wouldn't necessarily mind holding it down.
But you gotta
Right.
y'all gotta be locked in because he might be going to school, go find a good hair Becky, and then just be gone. While you was your
And
lover
then-
and his secretary working
I
7 days a week.
I am the good haired Becky. I am the fucking good haired Becky. He's only gonna fucking get.
Okay.
Listen,
All right.
but see,
I got
that's the thing about that
I
is
got a
because
question
you're
for the
right.
ladies on the panel, though.
Go ahead.
So, look, like as far as relationship, friendship boundaries go, because my ex, one of our biggest problems, one of the biggest things we argued about a lot in our relationship was I felt like she was too friendly with her homeboys.
Oh, I've heard that too, and that's just because I'm a friendly person.
Well, you know how dudes are too.
Right. But I also gave him the respect. Like the one time I got popped in the back of the head for waving at somebody, I did not do it again.
See, that's I don't know. I don't think
That
I would
sound
bring
like
myself to do no shit like
That
that.
sound like that sister
I'm not about to
Shahrazad
degrade
Ali.
myself to put my hands on a woman, but like,
I mean, it wasn't no like bout like bitch, but I did get a little pop.
but
Like
the
what the fuck?
arguments, but like
It kind of turned me on now. I ain't gonna lie. I was like,
This
oh,
is-
who cares?
This is a
The
whole
issue
nother
kept coming
can
up
of worms
so
right
often.
here. All right.
The issue kept coming up so often to where like I started having a little bit of doubt in my faithfulness and trust towards her. Like, I keep telling you, I feel like you being way too damn friendly with me.
Yeah, she got to draw the respect line.
Sorry, right
because,
there
I mean,
was a level of disrespect.
Yeah, I mean, and then I dealt with the same with too jealous, where like if I introduce you and I'm like, hello, this is my man, da 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 da, this is so and so, da da da. I'm giving you respect, like I'm showing you who this is, you know, and I introduced this motherfucker to the person. And I'm like, this is somebody I know my whole life.
I got a question.
Of course, that turned out terrible.
Yeah. You know why? because don't no male exist to you after y'all hook up.
Right.
Ain't no friends. I'm your
Right.
fucking friend. I'm
That's the
everything
thing,
you
that
fucking
part.
need.
That
To be
part.
honest, man,
Don't be
in
don't be
a
talking about some.
relationship in general,
Don't be talking about some. I'm texting my homeboy. Fuck you mean?
yeah. In
Yeah,
a relationship
no,
in
that's
general,
Right.
that's
this
a
how I
little
look at
much.
it. You know, in a relationship in general, like you don't need opposite sex friends. You know what I mean? As men, like if I'm telling you, okay, now, and I'm pretty sure women do the same thing. But you know, if I got I got a whole bunch of female friends. Some of them I done slept with. And to be honest, the goal with all of them is to sleep with them, except for some I really like. Oh,
Damn,
cool,
is
but
it-
I don't look
That's
at
where
them.
Is
I
that
come
Okay,
in.
the
I'm
goal?
sorry,
Is
y'all.
that
I just got
the
back. What happened? I missed
Hold on,
it.
hold on. I
is
gotta
that
say
the
something.
fucking goal
I
there?
gotta put a disclaimer. That
I want to hear the disclaimer right now, Abdul.
Hold
okay.
on. You
Listen
can't
to
Right
me.
you can't
fucking
put no
now.
disclaimer on it. You can't put no disclaimer on after you already said, but you know how men are, so you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly, but I know
Hold
how people are. But
on.
I didn't say all.
Motherfuckers.
I didn't say all. And you have to remember that's a disclaimer with.
There is an exception to the rule. There's always an exception
That's
to the
what I'm
rule.
saying. And
But
I
here's what
want
the
people
thing
to.
about that.
That's all I'm trying to do.
If I'm in a serious relationship and I'm like, okay, well, I actually love this woman. I care about this woman. I want to be with this woman. All them other women, of course, I'm gonna see them. But if I got broads, phone numbers in my phone, all of that,
Yeah,
I'm gonna delete them
that's
numbers. They no need for me to
That's doing,
contact
yeah,
them
that's
about
doing
nothing.
it too much. That is. You have to, if it clearly makes my person uncomfortable, I'm gonna respect him and do what the fuck.
Yeah, but where does the common
Because the
sense
thing
part
about
go
it
at?
is, it ain't necessarily that we don't trust y'all.
We don't
We
trust
know
that.
how niggas think.
Yeah.
I don't trust this nigga because the first time this nigga feel like me and you having issues,
Yeah, I might have missed the
he
whole
might feel like he can
Slide on in there.
Go through the back door and be like, I ain't like that motherfucker. Bullshit. But I was saying that to say this though, like people not like that though, and I also got to raise an issue. It kind of messes up people. Well, it messes up women having someone genuine in their life, and they've been through so much other stuff. They're gonna look at them like they crazy.
Yeah.
And then that takes away from the part is there's no such thing as normal now. Normal meaning holding the door open for somebody, or used
Oh my
to.
God.
You know what
You
I'm
know
saying?
what? I'm the guy. Like I would say, if I was ever treated properly, I wouldn't know how to fucking act.
And that's my whole point, though.
I would not know how to fucking act.
Because 9 times out of 10, a
Girl.
lot of these women, the good men that would have had treated them right and like a queen and all of that, they usually don't want that guy.
They lame.
That's very
Free.
yeah.
So,
free.
so me
You know what I mean?
being raised by a man, can I just say something real quick? I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I had to get off the line real quick because my brother has my son. My apologies. But so I'm coming back. But my thing is, I was raised by a man, and I was literally showed everything what a man is supposed to do, and everything. You know what I'm saying?
How to
But
shoot a gun,
then
how to clean a gun.
I was also shown by him what a man could do to a woman. If that makes any sense. Like, I was also shown, like, you ain't, like, I'm gonna tell you this, and this is just gonna be, I'm gonna make a long story short. My daddy is the baby of 9 kids. He was cool with his older sister's son, which is his nephew, correct? But the nephew is older than him by maybe like a year or 2. They used to fuck the same bitches. They used to fuck the same bitches. They used to do a whole bunch of shit together. Oh, guess what?
Why did men do that too? Why do y'all do that?
You're not listening, ma'am. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm not speaking about them, but I'm saying, like I told you, I was raised by a man, but I was also shown what a man could do. Correct. So, also, with that being said, they would fuck the same women. They would go to prom. They would do all types of shit. Blah blah blah. Then on top of that, guess what ended up happening? Them two like to fuck the same bitches and got one pregnant, and she didn't even know who the fuck the baby daddy was.
That's trifling.
Oh, really? Because guess what?
On all parts.
I didn't know. Hold on. I didn't know if he was my cousin or my brother. And guess what ended up happening?
Yeah, that's just disgusting.
He became my brother, ma'am.
Well,
So
I'm gonna tell you.
Snoop said it best. Snoop said it best. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
That's
Well,
disgusting.
no.
I don't want my
Hey,
homies.
Yes,
guess
he
what?
I
back
don't
in
care if my
Hold
homies
motherfucking
get their
ass.
rocks off.
on, y'all told me, hold on.
Candy
Hold
a
on, I
damn
wasn't
fool.
done. My mom found out about the DNA test a day before her wedding. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh,
So
I
you
got a
tell me
story
what
for
men can
y'all.
do back in the day.
I got a story for y'all right now.
well, he
Okay.
should have been honest. Honesty will set you
hey,
free.
Rick, tell that
Okay,
story, man.
so it was a family, husband and wife had a 4-child family. So I guess that's 6 in all. The kids, one of the daughters got real obsessed with her ancestry and all of that shit, right? So she
Oh.
wanted to do DNA on all her family to try to trace their roots back to where they people came from. Long story short, they ended up finding out that 2 of the kids wasn't the fathers, and he had been
Gee.
raising them the whole entire time. And the fucked up part about it was that the actual father was a neighbor that lived up the street that had his own wife and kids and shit. And this woman, this woman kept that shit from that man for I don't know how many years.
Yeah,
And
we
when the
can't.
shit-
Women, we can keep shit. Man, we can keep alive.
All right.
Okay,
Hey,
so but look.
hey, so I got
This-
another question.
So
from,
really,
the
what?
story
And
my
so did that man raise the kids as if it was his own, or what did she do?
Okay, well,
Because back in the day, if you think about it,
Hey, Mike, don't
men
forget
was
about that
allowed to
question.
do what the fuck. Men was allowed to do what they wanted to do back in the day, and
Everybody
women
gonna
kept
die.
it quiet. And
It
so
wasn't
did
about they
women,
was-
and women
it
did what
wasn't-
they did and just kept it quiet.
it wasn't about motherfuckers being allowed to do what people just do fucked up shit in general. Like
Facts.
my grandfather's got I don't know how many damn kids. You know what I mean?
Even
Like
on the
he
other
got a
side of
shit ton
town,
of them.
right?
Damn.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but let me finish telling the story about the woman. So
Oh, I thought you was
she
done. I'm
running
sorry.
once the shit hit the fan, she run in the bathroom, locked herself in the bathroom for 2 hours, right? So the whole family, like, it's gonna be okay, just come out of the bathroom, just come out of the bathroom. After she come out of the bathroom, this broad tries to blame the whole situation on everybody in the family, including the kids that she made, and they ain't had shit to do with it.
Oh,
I know everybody's
Yeah, that's
confused.
the problem is her vagina. The problem is her vagina and her morality and her motherfucking self-respect.
No, she
Now-
went up in there and said, "I ain't do that."
We know for a fact, people only do what you let them do. So
Amen.
you had women who had a husband and he would step outside of the marriage and get another child, and some women would still continue to stay with that man. Some women would even go as far as to be cool with the baby mama and try to help to take care of the child. But that just depends on the person. A person only gonna do to you what you let them.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Amen.
This episode started like a roller coaster. It started from 0, went to 100. Now it's leveling out. People
What's the
understanding-
question?
People
Right.
understanding. Oh yeah, Mike.
Unmute yourself, Mike.
You said what, Dooley?
What was that question, man?
Oh, so look, so I got it from the song, the story my man's Ricky just said. Y'all know the song, Life Jennings song, hypothetically, right?
Right.
Hypothetically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, what would you do in that nigga place, and ladies, what would you do in the old girl place in that song?
That happened to me
Like,
before. So yeah.
Oh,
know,
yes,
like,
it
what's up?
surely did do it, and it happened to me too.
It happened to me.
I
so,
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that song, so I can't say.
Right. I need you to
Go back
reiterate.
and listen to it. You can be like, Lord, you better than me.
But listen
I
to the
mean,
one with
just
hold on.
explain it.
I'm about to
It's
look
easier
at the
to
words.
explain it
Fuck
for
that.
conversational purposes.
You have to listen to the original. Don't listen to the one with Fantasia. Listen to the one with Aaron.
Listen,
All right,
but
so in the
like,
song,
we ain't none
in
of
the
us- ain't
song,
none of-
right? In the
Go
song,
ahead.
in the song, right? It's Life Jennings and Fantasia.
I'm reading the
In the
lyrics.
song, the dude, the guy,
You gotta
the
hear
dude's
that.
version, he's like,
I know what the
basically,
song is.
he has stepped out on, he has stepped out one time, messed around with this chick and was feeling guilty about it, didn't know whether or not he should say something, and whether or not she would want to know, or if it would destroy the relationship. And on the flip side, the girl that kind of did the same thing. They was arguing and was like on a
Right.
little separation,
Yup.
but not really broke up. and one of her homeboys came over to comfort her, and she wound up pregnant. And the baby turned out not to be his.
Mm.
Now see,
Well, that's
I guess
this
I'm
is
gonna
like
just be a
that.
single mom.
This is
So, like,
reason why
is that
we
a
in a
situation where you
relationship.
would want to know the truth, or would you just want, or because like me personally, the relationship would have to be done. Like if I couldn't sit there and be with this woman and sit there and
Yeah.
continue taking care of this child, knowing that you stepped out on me and this ain't my child.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
and I couldn't be mad at you.
But if y'all wasn't together, who are you to sit up there and get mad at me for laying with somebody else while you was sleeping with somebody else?
It ain't about you sleeping with somebody else. It's the fact that you didn't get pregnant and you trying to have me to take
It's
care
the
of a
fact
child
that a
you
man
know
is
and
the-
love.
And you
okay,
didn't tell me for 4
okay, so
years.
no offense. A lot of things happen because two adults have to be adults, and a lot of the times, two adults are not adults. I'm not saying just women or men,
And
but men sit up there and act like it's a woman's fault. Like when she gets pregnant, like did you actually put that rubber on, or you did not? And even if I
That
made
is
sure
true.
you put that rubber on, did it break, or did anything else happen? Because a lot of things could have happened in that situation where
We both
that
know
just could
that
have
it
happened.
take two to tango. You can't make can't nobody just make a child
But
by
that's not
themselves.
what I'm saying. What do you mean? Because I remember
Nobody can
growing
make
up
a child by
literally,
themselves. No one
correct.
can make a child by
Sweet
themselves.
little
But that's
baby
not what
Jesus.
I'm saying.
Little
Mary
baby
was
But
the
that's
only,
not what
Jesus
I'm
was the only
saying.
virgin birth. That was the
You're
only
not-
virgin birth.
That's not what I'm
Because I was gonna say I
saying.
done did that shit 4. Because I swear I've been raising 4 kids.
No, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying like
What are you
hypothetically,
saying?
like literally. Okay, so me, just even for example, I remember me being on birth control. I remember bringing my own rubbers and blah 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 with my furs. You know what I'm saying? You know this nigga was poking holes while he was sitting there trying to put it on. Like, don't
Yeah,
make it
he's
seem
a
like it's not
psychopath.
all. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this was like fucking 20 years ago. But still, it happens to where women get pregnant and they can still make all the choices to try to do the right shit. But let's say their body's
See,
immune to birth control,
yeah.
or the man didn't. You know what I'm saying? It's not
But that's
always a woman's
different.
fault.
I
Like
said,
now you
see,
trying to compare apples to oranges about a question that he
yeah,
had. Now,
yeah,
now
because
the
see,
thing
where
is,
I'm coming from with what I said was, it's not necessarily that, you know, we wasn't together at the time and she stepped out. It's because in the song, she lied to him for 4 years and waited 4 years to tell him like, hey, this baby probably ain't yours.
Okay, so look, so when she
Like,
goes
now-
out and she has
ain't no
sex,
excuse for it. Ain't no excuse for
so
it.
you can go
Like,
out and
that's
do
some-
it. But what if you
that's
went out
some-
and got that
I've
bitch
never made
pregnant?
I've never made
listen,
an excuse
listen to
for a
what I'm
man. You
saying.
missing the point.
That's
You
something
making an
that-
excuse
both
for
Listen,
both
that's
listen,
ways
not what
would
she
be wrong
did.
as fuck.
It's something.
Both ways would be wrong as fuck.
Listen,
Fuck,
it's
right.
something.
It's
But
still
it's
wrong.
I
like,
just
if I
kind
know
of feel
the-
like for that song, I'm
Can
just
I
saying
get the
for
floor?
that song, it points
Can I get
to
the
a
floor for a
woman's
minute?
point of view. For a woman's point of view, you're sitting there saying like,
that
would
song
you,
is
would you?
you just
No, the
that
song
song
from
you
both
just
point
said
of
that
views.
song
Like,
is both point of views. The
And
point
I'm
that
saying
you
it's
thing
more
is,
for a
on the
woman's
man's end.
point
that's
of
your problem.
view.
You
on
don't
the
want to
man's
listen. You
on
want
the
to talk
man's end,
because you
on
want to
the man's
justify what
end,
she
like,
did.
that's some like now if that's
If
something
you
I
listen
that
didn't
to the
do none
song,
of that.
after we
if you
get
listen
back,
to the
now
song,
that's
it's two
something that
sides.
yeah, that's something that after we get back together, she come to me and be like, look, this happened while we were split up. Now that I'm pregnant, I'm not sure if it's yours. Blase split. Then then you honest with me from the jump. We can
Yeah,
now we can try to
right.
work.
Yeah, that's
Now
what
we
I
can
mean.
try
You
to
gotta
work
give
past
people a
Can I
that.
ask
chance.
y'all all a question?
But I'd have been
Honesty
taking
is
care of
usually the best way. Sometimes
ask-
when you take a lie on
That's
for
not
so
how y'all led
motherfucking
that
long,
though.
Can I
it
ask
come.
y'all all a question, please?
That's not how y'all led that though.
I have a question to ask though.
You gotta listen to
Okay.
the song.
With that
I've
song,
listened to this song and I know it by heart.
would it be the simple fact that if that person they got pregnant or got pregnant by they thought was a better human being than you were, would that song even exist? Let's just say if
No,
somebody was in a relationship with Bill
because-
Gates and Oprah, they not even gonna give a damn to be hypothetically.
Nah, yeah, you
That's
know what
the
I'm saying?
song
That's like
though.
my broad cheat on me with Bill
See?
Gates, and she feel like Bill Gates gonna give her a better life. What you think she gonna do?
And that's what
But
I'm
the whole
saying.
but the whole song is talking about problems in a relationship. That's the whole
Okay,
thing.
right.
But hypothetically, now you look at it on this terms. You got 4 years in loving that baby. You didn't know this wasn't your baby. You love this baby. You won't run over.
Yeah, that's
motherfucker.
cold blooded.
It's
That's
fucked
cold
up.
blooded.
And when I hear somebody say hypothetically to me, I want to punch them in their fucking throat because I've been through it. But I'm
Right.
here nor there though. Still, it's the point of like, oh, I got caught, so I might well own up to it. What if they didn't get caught?
Okay, see,
Every lie gonna
Your
come out.
conscience only
I was
catches up. Your
thinking-
conscience only goes so long.
yeah, but my thing is like
Hypothetically-
that song is just so. It's a great
back
song.
to the
Please
original
don't get me
question,
wrong,
would
but
y'all
like
would y'all
like
wanna know the
literally, if you
truth in
think
that
about it, the
situation?
man
Or would
sits
you
up there
rather
and
not
says
be
he
told?
cheated. I would want to say, I'm gonna tell that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck.
No, I'm saying on the woman's end, would you rather him not say nothing and just never do it
No,
again if it
you
was only a
better tell
one-time thing?
me.
No, I want to know.
You better tell me.
I want to know, but don't want
I
to know
just
at the
went
same
through
time.
that.
It's still my decision to make whatever decision I fucking make.
Correct.
I got a
But
question.
It's
got a
a question.
question.
What?
Go ahead, King.
It's a tricky situation because, like you say, you got a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old child there that looks at you. You the only daddy that person know, and now to break that whole bond. So it's
Yeah,
a
they'll
deep,
never.
it's a deep situation there.
It's a very.
Okay, so let's break this song down just a little bit, please, if you just don't mind me, because in the beginning of the song,
Somebody play the
like
song.
Jenny,
Somebody
just
play the
hear me.
song.
No, I'm just saying. Listen to me
I
real
will
quick.
play
Can I
it.
finish what I have to say?
Yeah.
So, like Jennings explains how he cheated, he did what the fuck he did, right? And then here she comes. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking like when we was talking earlier, I was thinking I wasn't even thinking 4 years later because I forgot about that part, the lyric in the song. But you're correct. I'd be pissed off if it was 4 fucking years later. You better tell me right then and there. You know what I'm saying? But literally, she's a dirty bitch for not even telling him right then and there. But
That's
they
my
both
point.
cheated.
Why wait 4 years? Why wait 4 years?
Right,
to
yeah,
tell me?
I know. No, this is where I want to sit there and say I apologize because I forgot about that fucking lyric. So I apologize.
Once again, that usually boils
And that
down
takes
to
Go ahead.
most women do this shit all of the time. They'll motherfucking be sleeping with multiple dudes, and then they'll be like, well, this dude the most stable, the most best financially, so I'm going to try to make him the father. And a lot of the times he don't even be the father. It'd be Pookie or Ray Ray or somebody, you know what I'm saying? She really ain't had no
And that's some
motherfucking
bitches you deal with.
Right.
And
And men-
gonna tell me what,
And I didn't even know you could pick different baby daddies. Because if that's the case, I'm putting my kids on somebody else right motherfucking now.
Girl, you better say that,
That shit
twice.
don't make no sense to me for you to try to, you don't know me to try to tell me who I be dealing with.
Shit.
I'm
Let me
sorry,
see what
I'm
y'all
not
far
that
away
woman.
McKay is.
I couldn't do that.
I'm just saying, no. I mean, I managed to pick. I chose whatever, so I can't complain shit. But I will say, as a disclaimer, I was young. Wow.
Well, it's cool for me to smother the fact. It's cool for me to cover it if you never know.
But men do it too all the time. Men get bitches pregnant and try
But
to
the
keep the
only
baby
difference
secret.
is the difference is they can't get pregnant. Men can't get pregnant,
Yeah, we can.
motherfuckers. Don't make me
It's
come to
a
your
big
house.
difference about getting a woman pregnant and trying to keep it a secret versus a woman getting pregnant and trying to put the baby on
But
somebody
some
else.
men even know that a woman is pregnant and still won't even take that shit. They be like, that ain't mine. No, I wasn't fucking with you. Oh no, that ain't mine. You hear that shit so much, bro? Come on. Maury wouldn't even be making so much money off these bitches if that was the case.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Chris.
Once again, denying a baby
In on that.
and trying to place a baby on somebody else is two different things. You trying to compare apples to oranges.
I'm just saying. Men
You saying what?
do the
It's
same
two
thing.
different things.
Men
What is you
deny shit
saying?
too. Like maybe like, oh, I ain't sleep with that bitch.
That is not the same thing. Denying a child versus trying to make somebody else be the father of a
I'm
child
glad
that's
I
not
just
theirs
don't
is two
have
different
that
things.
issue.
Hey, Chris,
I'm
can
just
you hear
saying,
me?
them the women you deal with. I'm just happy I don't have
Who
that
said
issue.
that happened to me?
Okay.
I'm not
I'm
saying
gonna-
that.
Oh, yeah, you just did. You just said that's the women that I deal with.
Okay.
These are women y'all bringing up.
Nobody bring up a good woman
We
since
brought it
nobody
up.
bring
It's
up
a
a good
song.
man
What is you
since.
talking about?
Hey, Chris,
Big man a limit.
this I want you to chime in too. This
Know what
is
y'all talking about
we
right
talking
now?
about the male role in a relationship. And,
The leader.
and people gonna disagree, and that's great. But I want you to put your input on how do you feel about what do you think a male should be and not be in a relationship with you?
Everything a man is supposed to be to me: a leader, stability, safe, make me feel secure when I don't feel secure.
All right.
Provide for me if I need provided for, but it go both ways. So I'm not just saying it won't be reciprocated. I don't expect shit I don't
Okay.
expect to give.
Talk to him.
But at the same time, I was raised by people who grew up in the 50s. I was raised very traditionally with the sense of you know, like my grandparents didn't fight in front of me. I never seen them have a fight. I never seen no disruption in the household, and he always had her back if I got mouthy. Like, that's the type of shit I grew up with. She did all the cooking, cleaning, and staying at home, and he went out and worked and gave her his paycheck, set for what he needed for his little whatever, playing his lottery or whatever. And that's just how I grew up. So it's hard trying to be that way when you live in today's world, but I have to have a strong alpha man because I was built to be a strong alpha woman. So I need somebody who is the equal to mine. And
Chris, can I say
I
something?
mean, that's really all I can say about that. What's up?
Chris, can I say something I personally feel like that dominant alpha women shouldn't be going for dominant alpha males because it's going to cause alpha and alpha in a relationship is going to clash. It's
That's
going
what
to
the
be
same
butt head.
sex, I think.
That's
the
not-
same
That's not
sex.
true.
I don't even know
Hold
where
on,
that alpha
hold on.
and beta
No,
thing
listen,
comes
I
from.
can be submissive with mine, and he's
Yo, was
damn
talking to me,
sure-
right? So
Yeah.
So what I do, I submit to my man. I don't try to lead my
Amen.
man. That's
Thank
his job to
you.
lead. That's his job to lead me. But I am
Amen.
an alpha in these streets, and I am a beast in the
Hey,
streets. So that's what it
amen.
is. I
Thank
handle my
you.
business as a woman. I speak when I need to speak, and if I need to let him take the front row, then I do. If he sees he
Amen.
needs to take the front row, then he does that automatically. I don't have to ask him. But when he sees I got it handled, he allows that. But we don't
Amen.
have that type of conflict within our home. Not at all. Not even a little bit. You know, alpha is just a way of representing a leader from a follower, and we are two strong leaders.
That's not where the origin of that come from.
I don't know where it originated from. That's not the debate I'm having. That's
That was
what
her
I
definition.
that's what I define
Okay,
it as and what
right.
it represents to me.
Yeah, that's what everybody try to use it as, but it really ain't no such thing as an alpha or beta. Alpha and beta males came from Greeks where they was gay, and the alpha male
You
was
say alpha,
young.
beta?
Yeah,
Yeah, alpha and beta, yeah.
alphas and betas. Greeks, which in the Greek culture, the alpha male, which would be an older male, would be grooming a younger beta male to be
I
his
know what
like
they are,
sex
sir.
slave type shit. That's why I don't even get into all that alpha and beta. I mean, because the people would be like, I'm an alpha male, but you think you
That's
dominant.
true.
'cause you
That's true. But you
loud
have to
and-
speak to people from their level of understanding, not from your own.
Correct.
Or else the message
Right.
is this.
That's true.
So if
I-
somebody
And see,
else
that's
has a
what
different
happens when
belief
people
than
think
you
they
do,
understand things and
you
don't be
have to
knowing
come
what
at
they're
them from
talking
their
about.
level
Though.
of understanding
No,
what that word
she gave you
represents
her
to them,
definition.
not what
Right.
represents
You
to
asked,
people
I asked the
200
question,
years
she gave
ago,
me the
but the
definition, and I'm
definition
telling her
as
what
it
it is.
is known today and how it is used today. Because if you're trying to pass a message and correct misinformation, which is what you were just doing, which is great because you know how I'm cut. I like knowledge. I love knowledge. But when you're trying to speak to a general population, like how I was doing, I was trying to generalize it in a way that people would understand. I know what you're saying to be factual, but not everybody does, man. So, you know, you got to speak to the people from their level of understanding, not from your own. And then you give that knowledge and you pass that knowledge to them in that way. because people not gonna listen if you don't do it that way.
That's dope. That's dope. And then you'll end up fighting against the brick wall. And like I said, you're not gonna get your point across to somebody 1,000% of the time anyway. So the way to be more effective is to actually speak from their level and level of everything.
Aren't you took it for a couple hours?
And if they don't have a mind to understand or comprehend what you're saying, you shouldn't be talking to them anyway.
Amen.
Hey, Kristen, your mic off. Chris, your mic off. Mic off. Mic off.
Oh,
Maybe
my
she
bad.
said
I
something.
said I tell people all the time.
She was just saying some shit though. I just saw.
No, okay. So I didn't realize I was muted because I do that because I be yelling at my dog. But like when people who aren't on the professional level as me in my game, like with my dog breeding or with cannabis, when I grew cannabis, and a motherfucker tried to talk to me or come correct me about some shit they weren't qualified to talk to me about, I put them in that place. Like, you're not qualified for a conversation with me on that level, and you've never even done this shit. You basing your opinion on fucking Google. Like, miss me with that shit. Like, if you got some real shit to say, then, you know, come at me like you have some sense and we could talk about it, but don't come at me in a condescending way and try to act like you know more than me. You know, you got to talk to people, you know, like they are accustomed being talked to. I know that sounds crazy, but you feel people out when you're speaking to them, especially when you're selling shit. So
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, some people like to be beat up. Some people like to be stroked. Some people, you know, need to be degraded a little bit. Like it's the audience determines your approach, basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's absolutely true. And I did my research. I stayed up like 13 hours going past episodes. And Chris, you stuck out to me more so than anything about certain things. You're willing to have a conversation with somebody. If you're wrong, you admit you're wrong. If you're right, you stand by it, you know, and stuff like that. That came together today in this instance. And where did Rick? But that's another thing. Like, I mean, like, it's progress made in this conversation. And just think about next week, it's gonna be what a man wants, what these a female's role should be.
Well, that'll be interesting to hear.
Well, I mean,
right.
Y'all better be here for this, because it ain't gonna be fair if y'all not there for the next one, because y'all showed y'all ass on this one, for real.
Ooh.
And you missed it, Chris. You missed it.
I'm sorry, man. I like lost track of time and I jumped in the shower because my back was hurting, and I was like, oh shit, it's 9 o'clock. Let me hit him up.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm glad I was able to chime in on it at the
Sorry,
last
my brother was trying to get my fucking account.
Cash, get the fuck away from me.
I had to get off because my brother was trying to get on my account.
Oh yeah. When you on the thing or whatever, then yeah. That's crazy. But yeah.
I got one more question, man. One more question.
Go ahead.
Ladies.
I got a question.
Do y'all feel like there are certain things that your man should not chime in on, like i.e. issues between y'all and y'all family?
No. My man should chime in at all times.
To
His family as well.
Well, no. I feel like
if it's something to do with me, if it's something to do with me, chime in. Because if I'm out of pocket or whatever, by all means. Now, if it's something that has nothing to do with me, or we just sitting there watching the show, by all means, we ain't got nothing to do with that. Mind your business. But if it has something to do with me and him, no, I mean, or me, you know, per se, no, chime in. Because if I'm wrong, let me know.
No, I asked this because I actually had a girl I was dating get mad at me because I felt her family was disrespecting her, was saying some disrespectful things to her, and I cut into them about it.
Right.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Correct.
But what type of level was y'all relationship at? Because like, it would really depend on how long I've been with somebody if I felt like I was stepping my boundaries.
This was my first love. Only reason we broke up is because she gave me an ultimatum and I didn't want to leave the streets alone.
Oh, that was smart.
Well, damn.
Well,
I guess the only thing I say about that is you live and you
though.
learn.
He's a great, upstanding, God-fearing gentleman. That's where we're gonna go from here.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, so I had that happen. It was fucked up. It was on my 27th birthday. I'm pregnant as fuck. And my dad decided to show out and cuss all his brother. He's the baby out of 9, I believe. And he cussed out all their asses at the fucking restaurant.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting there trying to be like, Dad, you need to chill the fuck out, blah, blah. And because I'm pregnant, I thought my dad would just be like, all right, look, I'm tripping. No, my boyfriend, he literally had to pull me on and be like, you need to sit down, you're pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And then he told them, please don't come for her, blah, blah. Not like it's not like they would have, but just you know what I'm saying? Like he did say that. But I mean, I'm just saying different roles are for different shit. Like if it's not pertaining to where you, if you have to go in protective mode for your girl, go for it. But if it ain't got nothing to do with y'all or nothing to do with your significant other, let that shit go and just go about your day.
Krista, go ahead.
But
What was you gonna say? You had got a question.
oh, I do.
I'm about to jump out a window after the show, though. Y'all been amazing, lovely, and everything. But yeah,
It just goes back to it was on a subject earlier. My curiosity is why do men like to fuck after they friends?
Oh, that's a good one.
I would never.
It's an inside competition.
We was talking to you.
No, I'm saying like, okay.
And for the guys that are like that, they have stated that it is like a competitive thing amongst them.
No,
It
you
is.
somebody had, one
You
of
know,
your
to say
homeboys-
you bag somebody's bitch.
Listen to me. One of your homeboys conquered somebody. You want to climb that same mountain?
I'm not a boy. I can't speak for
That's-
boys from a
doesn't make
first-hand
sense to me.
experience.
You
I'm
want
sorry.
your wee wee
Yeah,
going in
but-
the same wee wee pocket?
Or what
You know
I
what I'm saying?
witnessed.
Nah, I
Y'all
don't
just
want
have
the
your
homies
own
left
sword
over.
fight.
I don't
want
like
the homies
that.
left over. I do not want the homies left.
No.
Why
not
do
at
men do
all.
that? Or like bustos? Like, ew.
Well, apparently these men can't answer your question, ma'am.
I can't.
That's just gross.
I'm at a deadline.
That ain't
Like,
me.
why do people do that? I don't.
I can't
You
answer
got
that
a
one.
man
When
on
you
here that's
younger-
honest
when you
and
younger,
will be candid
You
You
and
ain't never hit after
transparent
none of
and
your
ask-
friends. Okay, both of y'all can say y'all ain't never hit after one of your friends.
Nobody I associate with, positively, absolutely, I never. We can't say. we
Maybe
tag
she was
the
just
same
that
person.
slick. They don't
Listen,
know.
I stopped talking to women once I found out they used to mess with my homies.
That's good.
So you
I
did
don't
fuck
even
after your
talk to
homies.
nobody. I've been abstinent like 12 years. Like, it's not gonna happen. If it ain't happening this time, it ain't gonna happen.
Cause that's gross.
I said 12, didn't I?
It'd be so quick to run up and you know.
But you know what though? On the other hand though, females allow the shit too.
No, so I mean, yes, okay, yes, some do.
Females what?
Not all of them, of course not. But some do
What you
allow
say?
allow people to be this and that, and they think the shit cute.
No,
don't
that's
know
nasty.
nobody.
I actually had a friend. Well, she wasn't a friend, but now she's whatever. But I actually had
read
a friend
today
literally
that
fuck
said,
every nigga after I fucked them.
That said 97%. Now I believe the number's exaggerated, but it said 90%, 7% of Washington County has herpes.
Correct.
I promise. And for
Ain't that
people
like
who
number?
think that's
Ain't they
not
top
true,
5 in Michigan?
Honestly, it's almost impossible to find somebody who ain't been exposed to it these days. I think it's one in 3
Amen.
people have it.
Here's
Y'all
the thing.
talking all
Here's the
this stuff.
thing.
Look,
One
there's a
out
such
of
thing.
every 3 people one out of every 3 people on this earth has a
That's
form
what
of
I
the
just
herpes
said.
simplex virus in their body.
no.
See?
That's
Yeah.
what you just
If you've
said.
ever had a cold sore, you've got herpes, baby.
If you ever what?
It's
If
dormant.
what?
It's dormant.
I
within
don't
you.
get
If you ever had a
facial
cold
I
sore.
don't get bumps. I don't get
I don't either, but if
I
you've ever
don't.
had a
Cold
cold sore, people
sores, I don't
realize
get
that that's actually herpes.
Yes, I know that. But yes, I do not get them. But I do know a lot of people who do.
Yeah, I see kids
they
with them,
hit
and now
my
I be
blood.
thinking like, well, goddamn. But I guess
But-
apparently when your parents kiss you, they can transfer that shit. So
True. But there's a herpes pandemic going on amongst the walls of young Washtenaw County.
Thank God I don't live.
It's a whole lot
So
more
that's
pandemics
where
than her.
my
Yeah,
me
I
saying
heard HIV isn't like empty
yes, but a lot of
area
people
and all
are
that
running
other
up
shit.
after they friends and they fucking the same bitches, and it's pretty much became a big ass orgy. So if you look at people, just know that
Oh,
like
my youngest
everybody
boy.
is fucking each other, guys. Everyone.
I have stories I won't tell, but I'm gonna raise my motherfucking girls right.
I know you got
promise you that.
stories.
Amen.
Not
Listen, I'm
true.
raising my daughters the same way, and I'm raising myself the same way.
And Jody, I ain't do shit but learn.
Amen.
Listen, I showed my sons the blue waffle.
Mhm.
I said, "Do you want this
You
shit?
showed
Don't
me the
strap
blue
up
waffle,
if you
didn't
want to."
Wow.
I,
Are they
because I
old
want them to
enough
know what the
see
fuck they could get. My,
that?
he wants to fucking. I'm if he's thinking about fucking. You know what I'm saying? Well, regardless, scared of wiener. Put a strap up. It's shit out here.
Or just do some shit different to where you don't have to fuck all the time. Like you fuck because you bored, your life is fucked up.
Or you can masturbate.
Right. But these days, you know, when you young,
You're
when you
better off
young, you
if
need
give
to know
yourself
what's
something.
out here. When you young, you need to know what's out here.
Man,
Going
I
on
say,
here.
And I
So when you
thought,
I say,
old, you
Because if my
gotta know
parents,
what's out there.
right,
That's
but
for
I'm just saying
everybody.
when you older, I mean, I know me personally, I got more sense, and I'll be looking like everybody got it. I'll be like,
yeah.
Cause damn near
But
everybody
having
got
that child,
it. Shit.
having that conversation with your children though is definitely important. Because if my parents would have that conversation with me, I would not have been as promiscuous
I
as
had
I
that
was when I was ripping and
conversation
running in the
with
street.
my sons. I did, and I had it with my daughter
I'm
as well,
glad my
but hers
daddy had
went
it with
differently. Hers went differently.
my daddy always
Always.
told me they only want one thing.
hey, look, that's true. That's true.
But I also
Ain't no
told my
study
daughter
partner.
this,
What the
that
fuck
nobody
you know?
told me
I'm
this.
not real anybody.
Nobody told me the other side neither. A female, one thing you can never get back, and it's not your virginity, you can never get back your name. If a female is out here 20 years ago and she was a whore 20 years ago, she's no matter what she do, she will always be that whore. That's
And
how
guess
people
what?
will always
Hold
look
on.
at them.
No, no,
I'm
no,
gonna tell
no,
you
Yes,
I
this. I
disagree.
it's a
disagree.
fact.
I
I
believe that.
I disagree because
disagree
I know
with
some
that.
women in the
I
church.
disagree.
I
And
know some
I-
women in the
There's so
church.
much people, so many people you can help
Joanna,
from your mistakes
Yes.
and stuff like that.
yeah,
Who just called out my
whoever
name
just
like
said
that?
that, I have to disagree.
Who just
I
said
was-
Joanna like that?
I don't know if it
Crystal
was.
said that shit.
That was
I'm
Mike. He's
saying.
reading your
I was just trying to get your attention. I don't know if that was you
I
that
did
said
not
it
say
or
that.
if it was
said
someone
it.
No.
else.
I
Oh,
said it.
well then
I
I
said I
apologize.
disagree.
Crystal, I
Oh,
said
okay.
it.
said it.
I said it.
Well, all right. I have to say I disagree with that statement because I know some women that's in the church.
The church
Amen.
women
They
just be the
got some
freakiest. What's that
pretty.
mean?
They got some pretty messed up. They got some really, really like promiscuous testimonies, but that's not what they known for now. And if you talk to the people that knew them then and know them now, they don't even bring up the stuff from before they gave their lives to
Probably-
God. So I
okay.
Naturally, that's more
Probably
that you
to
paint
they
that
say,
picture.
but they
advertising.
talking shit about
no
that bitch.
offense.
Believe that.
Okay, so this
They
is
fucking
Joanna
shit.
talking now. Low key, the only reason why I disagree with this, and I'm so pissed my whole fucking government is actually on this thing. I did not know that. But I
can edit it now.
disagree.
You could have said something earlier. Shit, I,
I don't even care. It doesn't even matter. But look, I completely disagree because I was that woman that people talked about that shit wasn't even real.
I was too, and that's why I'm saying it doesn't
Okay,
matter
but
what you
look,
do, you cannot get rid of
okay.
the name. No
What
matter
do you
what you
mean? I
do.
will always have my name. My name
disagree.
was what my
I
mother gave
disagree.
to me. But what I'm telling you is, I have seen people that I've seen who was talking shit about me, or literally I've seen or known people who was in cliques or whatever the case was. Guess what? I've been a victim of bullying and all this other shit. Do you think I give a fuck? No, because guess what? A lot of people don't even remember that shit back in the day. They want to see who the fuck you are now. What did you become to be? Because I know I grew up and I became a bomb ass mom. You know what I'm saying? With the top ass job, my own shit. And I'm not sitting there worried about nobody else. And if you still worried about what the fuck they said about you back then you need to reevaluate what the fuck your mental set is, because ain't nobody gonna sit up there and have me worried about what somebody said about me, because But it's something.
Say that
you-
last part again, man.
Ain't nobody gonna
Say
sit up
that
there and
last
have me
part
worried
again.
about what the
Say
fuck
it.
they had said about me. Because at the end of the
Say
day, it's not what they say, it's what you answer to. And you answer to a lot of bullshit.
And look,
Hey,
I
man.
have a second grade fucking education. And look at me.
Abdul, that's
Hey,
not true.
man, you
My
would.
bad.
I
Sorry,
don't
I
believe
hung
you.
up. I
I
didn't
do not
push
believe
it
you.
as
You
long as I
one of
can
the most
push it.
intelligent people I. Dooley,
I-
I don't believe you.
You don't
I
believe
don't
me?
believe you. You one of the most intelligent people I
Abdul,
know.
just because you want to walk around KFC with an apron on your neck,
Who
thinking
gave
that
me
you
the drugs?
Superman,
Who gave me the drugs? Who gave me the drugs? Then we can talk.
you asked for them.
All right, man.
But
I
who
gotta
asked
go. I
for
love y'all. I'm gonna
them?
chop.
All right, for sure,
All
man.
right.
Love you too, man.
I didn't even get to finish. I didn't get to hear what she said because I hung up.
Oh, that was a powering moment to me.
Yeah, it was powerful. You gotta watch the
It was a
episode now.
good one.
Yeah, that was good. That was awesome. Actually,
It
awesome.
kept hanging up. I was trying.
Okay, what I said was, I'll repeat it for you.
Okay.
There's nothing that anybody, okay, so you can see who you saw or knew 20, 30 years ago. They can say whatever the fuck they want to say about you. All that matters is what's going on now. And if you still worried about what the fuck they said,
I'm not saying I'm
30, 40
worried.
I'm not saying that you are. I'm saying if you're still worried, if that's what their mindset is, then something is going on with you, because you shouldn't even worry about what their thoughts are. Who even gives a fuck?
Right.
But at
I'm
the
just
end of
saying,
the
but the point
Listen,
is,
at the end of the day, you should not be worried about what was said about you back then, because the only thing they can say about you now is who you are now. What are you now? Aren't you a bad bitch? You raise your kids
one.
correctly
I've been
and you do
one.
what the fuck you supposed to
Right.
do? So what you
Right.
mad about? What you worried about?
well,
What you thinking
and then
about?
that's the saddest thing too. Like you were saying,
No, but
people make
listen,
up shit.
hold on. And I
People
also
make up
said
shit.
it's not what they said about you, it's what you answer to. And obviously, I feel like if you still letting them think of, or if you're even still thought about what they thought about, you know what I'm saying? That's fucking up your mental. Fuck what they thinking about, what they thought about.
My
It's
my
not
thing
what you
is
listen.
maintain your self-respect. Where as long as you can maintain your self-respect, you have to have some type.
Correct.
You cannot
But
be
the
out
thing is,
here
people
and
are always
if you
gonna
was known
talk.
20 years ago for playing past the sausage, they still gonna be like, yeah, that bitch be getting it in.
And I was
No
that
matter-
bitch. And guess
They
what?
don't-
And guess what? If they still say this shit about me to this day, you think I give a fuck?
Not saying you do. I'm not saying you give a fuck or
No,
not.
I'm
It's
saying
not
like I'm the
answer.
type of person. I'm the type of person to be like, okay, y'all can say that about me, but I really don't give a fuck because I'm not gonna answer to that.
Right,
It's not what they
absolutely. And
say
I
about
never
you.
answered to it to begin with. I didn't.
But
But what
it's
I'm
still a
saying is,
thought
no
in your
matter what, they
head.
will always say it. No matter
Why-
what you do, you will always
Why
do
does it
that.
matter what they say? They ain't
Right,
about
I'm not
you. They
saying
ain't
it
even worth
matters.
your time.
That's the thing. I'm not saying it matters.
The,
I'm not
it
saying-
does
I
matter
could
because
give a
you're bringing
fuck.
it up.
Oh my
I
God,
could
I'm sorry.
no, I'm just bringing it up as far as a topic. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Shit, I'd be like, bitch, how was it? But
Exactly, because I'm that bitch to be like, if that was me, I wonder how she liked it. Damn.
if I
Right.
could ever give a fuck about motherfuckers, listen, I could never care about people's opinions ever. They've said the craziest shit in my life. I'd just be like, did I? Damn, was I good? At least say that. If you're gonna say it, make sure you say I was good at it. Because
No.
I'll be mad. Don't say I was terrible.
Now y'all better say I
I'm
did
gonna
some
be the best whore. I'm gonna
extraordinary
be the
shit.
best whore y'all ever seen. Best
Y'all better
fucking
say I did
whore.
something extravagant.
I'm gonna get some motherfucker. Yeah, I'll be like, I did a surfboard, twirl, twerk, one leg, high kicks. I was pee popping on a handstand. But I'm just saying, not that it matters. No, nobody's opinion will ever matter to me ever in life. I will ever give a fuck, except for my children. I care about their opinion and what they think. I have to say that.
As long as you're raised
But
right, everything should be all
I'm
right.
saying, yes, people will, no matter what you become or how successful, they will always tend to throw down your your flaws. To
Only
tear
if you
down.
let them.
Right. Not saying it has to get to you, but they will still always try to tear you down from that.
And let them try. And they can
Right.
still try.
Oh yeah, they look dumb. Like, I mean, I already know. I just
That just
laugh.
means they have
That's the
nothing to
story.
do.
That's I just tell them I hope my name tastes like shit. because it be in their motherfucking mouth. But that's besides the point. A
I just
female, it's very hard for a
Hey, how
female.
come nobody told me I was on mute the whole fucking time I was trying to talk to y'all?
Oh,
Cause ain't
I
nobody
didn't
see
know.
your asses on mute.
I thought you was listening.
I'm not even holding my phone. You on the headset, sir.
Man, I'm waving my hands and every damn thing, like shit like this.
I
right?
just-
Oh, my phone is on the table.
I just want to say it really does. Like, you have to try. That's the point I'm trying to make to my daughter. Demand your self-respect and don't do nothing that you can't respect yourself and own up to. If you got to do something and then have to lie about it because you ashamed about it.
But see,
Don't
this is
do
my
shit.
thing. Me growing up, and I grew up probably in closer to this age, probably than anybody. But the thing is, I never demanded anything. I was picked on because I'm only 4'9", y'all. I got locked in my locker twice freshman year. Like, and then on top of that, I was proud that I was told, and I laughed at all the rumors that was told to me that I did. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't give a fuck about none of that. Just let your daughter know, because I was that person. I'm still this person, because I'm still only fucking 4'9". I ain't never grew, y'all. I've been the same height since ninth grade. I mean,
Trust
since
me, I
sixth
know.
grade.
I know this.
Well, for instance, for me,
Damn.
I
Ain't got a hell of
lived
appetite.
in the hood.
Just literally,
know-
and I grew up on the east side of Detroit.
Right, no, what I'm
but
saying
what I'm
for
trying
me,
to tell you,
I was a white girl in the hood. So automatically I'm a hoe.
and I look like the
suck
white girl in
dick,
the hood.
I do this, I do that.
You know what?
I'll let them run a train. This is motherfuckers who never, and they was off the tops, think they could disrespect me or come
That's
at
all
me
you
like
got?
that. So I had to demand respect.
No,
And I had
you
to
don't have to
motherfucking-
demand anybody. Okay,
Oh,
so
shit,
this is
they
what I'm
finna
trying to
respect
tell
me.
you.
They not gonna do
Jojo,
me.
Jojo, no,
They
she
not
for
finna
real.
do
She
me.
for real. She for real. She
I
ain't
am
one from the gutter.
too.
She ain't one from the
And-
fucking slum. That's what I admire most
I'm
about her.
not saying that. I'm saying like she's sitting there and said she got to demand this and
You
demand
right.
that.
They're
Yeah,
not
'cause of
gonna
her
do me
environment,
like that. So
she
I would
had
check
to.
them every fucking time.
Correct.
I would check them.
I
I'm not
get that.
finna, so
But
that's
I'm
where I
saying
mean, they finna respect me. They
today's
not
day and
finna come at me like Becky. They not finna do me like that. It was my thing. But living in the hood,
So
they
when
would
I look
automatically
like
assume.
Becky. I
Right.
look like Becky, and I'm nowhere
Yeah.
near Becky.
Yeah,
Good
well,
hair.
I was
Listen.
treated like Becky. I ain't
Right.
fucking an inch. Bitches trying to set to me that's 6 foot tall.
yeah.
I demand my
refuse to say
respect
shit.
Hey,
in a different
That's
way.
what I'm saying.
Hey,
So you had to demand your respect.
Hey, I need
I
a
had-
But I
favor.
don't have to demand anything.
Can
Shit,
y'all
I
can y'all
did
hear
it.
me?
Bitch,
Can
you're not
y'all
gonna
hear
do
me?
me.
Yes, I can hear you,
Radio.
Abdul.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? Look, next week, I hope y'all had the same passion. We talking about the other, vice versa. And
Yeah.
Chris, I hope you're on time this time. If you have time to be there, I hope you're
I
there.
told you to text me and remind me.
And I did, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Check your text message.
She said she had to go wash her ass.
No,
Don't be
look,
mad.
I got two phones, you guys. I have a business phone and this one, and
I got
didn't
two
hear
phones,
nothing go
too.
off.
And
So
now
I gotta go check it. He
Abdul,
said
you
somebody
got
gonna
two
do give you a
phones?
second phone number for the podcast?
Dooley,
Yeah.
you got 2 phones. I only got 1.
Yeah, I got two
I
phones.
have
It's a
7
business
lives.
phone,
I own
though.
a business.
Oh,
It is a business phone, I promise you. And
I
I'm
could
finna
care less.
give y'all the number too, and it's only for the podcast, only suggestions and everything. It's 734.
Just
239.
text it to me.
All right. Well, for people that's watching, it's 734-239-0506. Let us know what your opinion about the show. Let us know if you want to be on. Let us know anything. If you want some merchandise and everything like that, let us know. And we ship.
Amen.
And right now I'm running a special. Everything gets shipped free.
You
So
serious?
yeah, they're serious.
Well, send me some.
I got you. I owe Chris some.
I know, I want some too.
Yeah,
Shit,
yeah,
I want a
yeah.
hoodie. You look snug.
I'm very
I want to be snug.
This motherfucker can last a blizzard.
I
Hey,
want to be snug.
got you. I got you.
Well, I had
Yeah.
fun with everybody today. I love y'all. Y'all better buy Dooley shit. And I'm out this piece. Love y'all.
All right, love you too. And yeah, I'm gonna send a reminder, make sure everybody, because y'all better stay have that same energy next week. All right.
Hey, can we ever do a roaster section on the podcast?
I can't get nobody to I can't fucking get nobody to come on for that. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I've been working on for like 6 months now.
The best way,
Never,
I
this
don't
is my
know.
first time hearing about it.
If you're trying to roast
Oh.
somebody, we need access to Facebook pages, like
And I
Oh,
got
I'm
all
with
that. I got all that worked out
I'm
with
with the shit.
all that.
I got all that.
I'm with the
But
shit.
nobody nobody with it though.
I'm with it.
Shit, I'm with it. That's how I handle all my conflicts on Facebook. My A game is top notch.
No, my shit is legendary though. I went down in the
Fact,
books.
like we grew up here doing shit like this, so it's
That's
nothing.
what I do here. I
I'll get
do
my
all the
feelings
time.
hurt. I hurt
My
feelings.
kids be mad at me because they be like, "Why you start roasting them?" I'll be like, "I don't even care." I'll roast
Exactly.
kids.
And then
I mean, that's just how I make light of situations when I'm irritated. So to
I
do
do
it for
too.
fun would be like
Yeah, but I like
nothing.
to roast.
all right, I'm gonna let y'all go. I gotta download this shit too though. So
All right, bye.
she gonna all right, bye. I'm gonna text you. Chris, I'll send this to you, all right?
Please
all right.
do.
All right.
Oh, which one?
Yeah.
I'm Christelle.
Ah, damn. What? Yeah, Chris out. Talking about regular Chris.
It's about lashes.